Hi guys, how are you all doing? And welcome back to my Brussels Bubble with your girl Ohemaa. So today, Brussels has been shaking. Like, Brussels has been hoop, 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 hoop. And if you follow the social medias, if you're following on Twitter, you will know that today there was the vote. I think I made a video telling you guys that the nature restoration law had a split vote, which meant that they weren't able to go through all the amendments. This was like, I think, a week or two ago, and so it was scheduled for today. And so yeah, everybody was waiting because at the last voting session it was a split vote, so 88 and we had 44. So it was like, here there's hope for the nature restoration law. And today it went back to vote, so in the Envi committee. And you don't want to know what happened. Like, literally, nature restoration law was rejected in the Envi committee, and Envi committee is actually the lead on the nature restoration law, and nature restoration law has been rejected. It's been rejected. Nature restoration law has been rejected. It's such a sad day in Europe. It's a sad day in Europe. It's a very sad day in Europe. I don't know, but I feel everybody was really hoping that we would do something about nature restoration. I think many people were quite positive, but the EPP in Parliament, the EPP. Today, the EPP in the Envi committee, they really did something in Brussels. Like, EPP has shown they are EPP. If you ask me, today is the day when EPP showed we are the EPP. Because, no. If you follow, apparently they managed to move out, so some of their, I'm not sure how that works or how that's even possible, and I don't really understand, but I guess I have to look into this EPP strategy. Because apparently the EPP took out some Envi MEPs who would normally, let's say, who normally were not in line with the position of the EPP to go against, and not support the nature restoration law. So they took these MEPs out today and brought in other MEPs who apparently are not from the Envi committee to vote so that they could vote against. Now, I'm not so sure how that works or what kind of process that is, but yeah, anyways, they did what they wanted to do, and looks like the EPP had some success, because nature restoration law was rejected. But anyways, so that's an update there. Nature restoration law has been rejected, but I mean, it doesn't end there. Now it will go to plenary, and let's see what comes out of it. But until then, let's just take a few, see what's been happening on Twitter, see what people are posting on Twitter. And so this is from Malcolm Noonan TD, and he says, don't be despondent after this morning's nature restoration law vote. Outright rejection failed. Votes today was split. EU Council adopted a position. The Irish government supports nature restoration. We won't give up the fight. The European Parliament Envi plenary vote is what counts. Yeah, and there he also has a picture with Pascal Canfin, MEP Pascal Canfin, yeah, and showing the vote. So, and I think this is from Seas at Risk, and they said the nature restoration law is off to Strasbourg after the EP Environment today maintained its tied vote, which is the same thing as what happened like I think a week ago, with hashtag EU elections 2024 around the corner. All eyes are on MEPs to see who will vote hashtag nature, restore nature and restore oceans for generations to come. Yeah, so that's just to say that I hope the MEPs are really following what's happening on Twitter, because with the elections around the corner, it's true we are all watching who's voting and who's not. So yeah. And what we have here, so the S&D group posted, nature lost the battle today, but our fight for the people and the planet continues. the tight vote on the hashtag nature restoration law in at EP Environment is only a temporary setback. We will work hard to win the vote in EP plenary in 2 weeks. Bam. So yeah, that's from the SND. And who else do we have here? So Luis Malhadin has, so he just retweeted what the Envi committee press, so tweeted today, and he just said next step. So he put like again, so nature restoration law again 4444, like with this shock emoji, and then he said the next step plenary to vote on it. And I think there's something from Pascal Canfin had a tweet which I think is always good to read. I don't know if I put the full tweet here, but part of it was him saying today Manfred Weber succeeded in manipulating the vote by preventing EPP MEPs in favor of Europe's first nature restoration law from voting in Envi. And that's what I was telling you happened today, that somehow the EPP managed to take out some MEPs and put in other MEPs to vote against the nature restoration law. And yeah, a few tweets are also in German, so I probably will not read those ones. And today from Tony Connelly, he said breaking. European Parliament Environment Committee fails to approve the nature restoration law, meaning the committee will recommend to plenary that the law be rejected. Yeah, so basically what's going to happen now is that now when it goes to plenary, we are not voting to accept it, but I think now there will be a vote to reject so the nature restoration law in its entirety. So that's what's going on in Brussels at the moment. And let me know, I don't know what you guys think. Like, are you following these discussions? Are you in support of the nature restoration law? Are you against it? Yeah, anyways, let's see what happens in 2 weeks. Hopefully plenary can save the planet. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching today's video. As usual, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and help the channel grow. And I will see you in my next video on my Brussels bubble with your girl Ohemaa. Bye.